What is going on, everybody? In this video is going to be my thoughts on No Man's Sky. Now, I've put about, I would say, maybe 15 to 20 hours so far in No Man's Sky, and I've thought about the best way to explain this game to people. And from what I've seen so far, No Man's Sky is, without a doubt, the most polarizing game I have ever played in my entire life. When it comes to No Man's Sky, you're either going to really love it, or you're going to really hate it. And there really is no in-between with this game. Either you're going to really dig what the game has to offer, or you're going to look at the game and you're going to think it's one of the most boring games you've ever seen in your entire life, and you would probably rather take a fork and stick it in your eye than play this game. There literally is no in-between. There is no, oh, well, this game's okay, I guess. This part's good, but this part's not good. No. There is no in-between with this game, at least in my opinion. Now, what camp do I fall under? Well, it's kind of obvious. I fall under the first camp. I'm really enjoying this game. Now, ever since I first saw footage of this game, and I think they first showed footage at E3 2014. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And the way they've explained this game and how it's going to work, and the fact that there are so many different types of planets out there, there's many different star systems, there's different alien races, and just so much stuff to explore. It's like you have a literal full universe to explore. Ever since I heard about that and saw footage of this game, I have been really interested in this game ever since. And of course, the game unfortunately got delayed, and then this has caused people to get really upset. And it's kind of caused some negative backlash towards this game, some of which I don't really understand, but we will get into that later. But let's get into my thoughts on the game overall. The first thing that happens to you in this game is you immediately get thrown onto a random planet. And one of the things I like about this game is that everybody who plays this game is going to get thrown onto a different planet. And all the planets are going to be different. All of the weather conditions, the actual look of the planet, whether it's going to have animal life. There's so many different combinations out there, and everybody's experience is going to be different. That's one of the things I love about this game, is that it feels like your unique adventure. It doesn't feel like you're playing someone else's adventure or something that was written for you like in a lot of other games out there. No, this is your adventure, and you dictate how the adventure is going to go. Now, you get thrown onto the random planet, and you're given no tutorials whatsoever. I mean, you're given little messages here and there, but you're not really outright told how to do things. You have to figure it out for yourself. No Man's Sky, at its heart, is a survival game. I know it may not look like it when you look at the art style, but it is, at its core, a survival game. And it does not mess around. If you don't know what you're doing in No Man's Sky, then you're going to be lost. And it might be a little frustrating. Now, I know I'm probably making it sound more difficult than it actually is, but it's actually true. At first, it can be overwhelming, especially to someone who is used to playing games where they're told what to do. Now, I'm a huge fan of open world games, and I love the freedom that open world games give you. And this makes all the other open world games that are out there look like sandboxes. Like literal kid sandboxes. This game, while those games give you worlds to play in. This game gives you a universe to play in. An actual universe. So once you eventually get off the planet that you start on, you are then free to do whatever the hell you want to do. And I mean that literally. You can go to a different planet, you can go to space stations. You could do whatever the hell you want. Basically, and that's the one negative about this game that a lot of people are going to see, is that from what I've seen so far, there is no actual story. Like, there's no written story, there's no plot. At least from what I've seen so far. But, to me, that's not that big of a deal. Because to me, like I've already stated, you basically dictate the adventure of this game. This is your story. This isn't someone else's story. And I kind of like that. Now, I can understand why some people wouldn't like that. And that's probably going to be one of the main reasons why some people will not like this game. But I like that. And I've been enjoying just flying my ship around, exploring all the different planets out there, just not knowing what I'm going to find. And I'm finding different items, different resources. I'm meeting different alien races. And I'm seeing different alien wildlife. Honestly, and I think that everyone needs to at least agree on this, is that Hello Games was extremely creative with this game in regards to the amount of content they put in it. I've been on these planets and looking at all these names that they've given different waypoints and the alien races and the different animal names. It's just, they put a lot of work into this game. And this studio is a very small studio. And I think that needs to be commended. I really do. Now, one of the other cool things about this game is that you get to rename everything. You get to rename planets, you get to rename animals, you get to rename actual full star systems. You can rename most things in this game to whatever you want. Now, I don't think you could say anything, because I'm pretty sure they might censor curse words and derogatory language. I think they would. I haven't tried it myself. I'm not willing to risk that, but I like that. And as you could probably see in this video, I kind of went hard on John Cena and named a lot of the planets after him in an unflattering way, but I like that. That's cool. That is really cool to me. This makes it feel like it's my game that I'm playing, not someone else's game, that this is my game. This is my adventure. These are my discoveries. I think that's cool. I really do. And the fact that if by some small miracle that some other person playing this game will actually visit a planet that I discovered, and they'll see the name that I named the planet, that's really cool to me. And on the flip side, if I find a planet that someone else has discovered, I'm interested to see what people have named their planet. It's just, all of this is just really, really cool to me. It just is. Now, that's what makes this game polarizing. If you're not into any of this stuff, if you're not into big open world games, if you're not into just basically having a story not told to you and not having any characters or a plot or anything like that, if you need all that stuff, you need to stay far, far away from this game. I don't care how much you love space. This game is not for you. And I guess because some people bought this game, and I guess they were maybe expecting some of that stuff, and now they're really upset at Hello Games and they're trashing this game, I'm sorry, I don't understand that at all. Hello Games have never lied, and they've never misled anybody about what this game is supposed to be. They've said from day one that this game is going to be a literal space exploration game. And this game is the literal definition of space exploration. If we were to go up into space right now, and say we had some spaceships, this is literally what would happen. We would be going to planets and not knowing what we find. Not knowing what the discoveries would be. That is what this game is. And when you think about it, it's kind of realistic in that sense. Hello Games has never said otherwise about what this game was supposed to be. And honestly, if people were misinterpreting that and they thought the game was going to be something different, well, you know what? That's their fault. So I don't understand the backlash that this game is getting. I can understand if some people bought this game and they were kind of disappointed in it, or maybe they were interested in it at first, but then they just couldn't get into it. You know, I can perfectly understand that. That is perfectly fine. But if you bought this game and you thought there was going to be a story, there's going to be a plot, there's going to be characters, well, then you just didn't do your research. And people need to start doing their research on games before they buy them. I mean, to me, it's not that hard to do. I did it, and lots of other people have done it. So it really isn't that hard. So, that's about it. Those are pretty much my thoughts on No Man's Sky. Like I said, if you love just creating your own story and having complete freedom, you're going to really love this game. If you need a story, plot, and characters told to you, you're going to really hate this game and stay far away. So, that's about it. Please let me know what you think about this video and what you think about No Man's Sky. And until next time, have a good one.